Good afternoon, Romania. How are you guys doing today? Good?
Yes! Eu îi răspund că îmi place de el.
See? I can see those mouths behind those masks, so good. My name is Hector Ayala Redondo, and I am from Mexico. Very obvious, no? Because we all have very dramatic names, you know? Hector Ayala Redondo. I don't know if I'm the good guy or the bad guy in the telenovela. But being from Mexico, I think I'm the bad guy instantly, you know? Anyways, guys, I've been living in Europe for 4 years now, and you learn a lot about living in another continent. You even learn the things that are very obvious. For example, like, I always knew I'm short, but I didn't know I was so short that it was impossible to live in a city. Because I arrived in Amsterdam, the tallest population in the world. I felt like a child in Amsterdam. I felt like a child.
E pe strada noastră, Costel. Pequeño.
I remember I went to the museum. I went to the museum on the first day, and I see a group of 11-year-olds with their teachers. They were going into the museum, and I just thought, if I had shaved today, I could just walk with them inside the museum for free, you know?
E pe strada mea. Bine, nu ca looking, dar...
Ăsta e omul meu, eu l-am pregătit. M-am muncit cu el. Hai, lei!
Thank you, gracias. I just imagine the teachers from that school going like, yeah, this is the exchange student. He looks like a mix of Enrique Iglesias with Benjamin Button. No problem. Go on. But then, you know, the evidence was everywhere that I was short. I remember that after the museum, I went inside a bus. And the bus was full. The bus was completely packed. So I had to go standing up, you know? And I just remember looking up to grab the bar, and I went like... I just imagine the engineers of the bus going like, yeah, no one is this short, you know? Everybody can reach. Well, they were wrong. Anyways, I had to go like this, you know, like... I was just going like this, grabbing that... I was grabbing that thing, you know, just like that. And I had to put like a very mean face just to act like I wasn't uncomfortable, you know, like this. And then there was like a pregnant woman telling me, do you want my seat? And I was like, no, I'm fine, thank you. No problem. You know, and you just try to make conversation with the people, and you go like, hey, so how long have you been pregnant for? She's like 1 month. I was like, oh, man. That's like one Dutch baby is like 3 Mexican babies, you know? For real. But that was not the worst. You don't know how much you can lose your dignity when you sit down to take a shit and your feet are dangling.
I think some of the judges know.
Your feet are dangling. I'm a grown-ass man and my feet are dangling. It feels like you're in a water slide, you know, and then you just have to pull the lever like... But anyways, you know, getting a job as a Latino in Europe, it's not easy. But I have a backup plan. You think I have this haircut because I like it? No. I have my haircut like Daddy Yankee because, you know, if everything fails, I will do reggaeton. I will become a reggaeton star immediately. Like, how hard could it be to make reggaeton if you think about it? Like, all you need is a beat. Like... Then you got...
Vai, ce nebunie!
And all you need is one guy that is just yelling the supermarket list very aggressively. Broccoli! Zanahoria! Carrots! And the address book, just a bunch of numbers. 082 Bucharest, Barcelona! Hey!
Nice.
Thank you very much.
From Mexico, Hector Ayala!
Îți face material. Îi face material în video.
Cum ai inventat asta?
I could dance for 5 minutes.
All right. I will go into dance for 5 minutes. Băi, Fiorele.
How are you, Bucharest? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas retardes.
People, I'm so happy to be here. Romania, lovely place. My name is Hector Ayala Redondo. I am from Mexico. Yes, beautiful country, Mexico. We were actually part of the European Union against our will.
Very good.
We got the independence. We left the European Union. You know, history books call it Brexico. Brexico. You know, the Brexico. No, but I'm so happy to be here. I've been in Europe for 4 years. And I have to say, my favorite thing about living in Europe is that nothing is dangerous. You know? The concept of danger for a Mexican is the same concept as spicy food. You know, it's like when they ask, is it spicy? You're like, you're asking a Mexican. Is it dangerous? You're asking a Mexican.
Very nice. Very good. Right.
Thank you.
Clap with envy. Exactly, yeah.
I love the fact that I felt like home here in Bucharest because I was near the train station in the north, and there was this guy who was like, hey. I was like, what's up? And golden ring? I was like, this is just like Mexico City, man. Thank you for this. No homesickness whatsoever. No, but I gotta say, like growing up in Mexico, you know, places that are way more dangerous than Western Europe, you know, the upbringing, our mothers, Latina mothers, they really have to improvise to impose discipline, you know, like Mexican kids, we are little, I have to say it, you know, they give us so many candy, spicy candy, all sorts of, we're all just high on sugar. Spicy candy, man, with your brain, you know. They wonder later why we like. They're like, why do you like? It's like, well, the spicy candy, man.
Oh! Slab, foarte slab.
Mexican kids are not like Western European kids. Like, hey, little Adam, please behave. And you're like, yes, mom, I will have here my tea. No. Little Mexican kids are like, just making a mess. So Mexican moms have to invent monsters, you know? So for example, you know, when we're in public places, like, don't let go of my hand, Hector, because if not, the robachicos is gonna get you. The kidnapper. And what does the kidnapper look like, mom? And it's like, it could look like him. It could look like him. Like her, definitely. Second monster they invent, you know, you're making noise in your house, like, nah. Like, Hector Ayala Redondo. You know when moms get angry, the neck tenses, their mouths become like a little anus, like this. You know? Hector Ayala Redondo. They say your full name, Hector Ayala Redondo. You're like, yeah, me chingue, cabrón. Okay. If you keep making noise, Señora Martinez, the neighbor upstairs, she's gonna get angry, she's gonna come. And you're like, and what's the problem with that? Remember your neighbor Pablito? Yes, I haven't seen him in a while. Exactly. Exactly. The third monster. If you are misbehaving in a public place, anywhere with a security guard, you're misbehaving, they will take you to the policeman, to the security guard, and take him to jail. He's being a bad boy. And you'll be like, no, mama, no. No, see, you're going to jail. You were not listening. The security guard follows along. Yes, we're going to take you to jail. Yeah, you little kid. Play along with that, man. But then we got like the Mexican abuelas, lovely people. They're always cooking. They never know the concept of not being hungry. You know, they're always, mijito, eat more. Like, I have 3 servings. No, you didn't. Eat more. But they are like level 2, you know, in this thing of disciplining your child. First, they got the chancla, so they dominate the chancla, you know, the sandal. This is something I have to point out. When Donald Trump won the elections, all my American friends were like, oh my God, Hector, like, I'm so sorry that Donald Trump is the president. I'm sorry for him. I'm like, I am not scared of Donald Trump. My abuela is like Donald Trump. I basically grew up with a Donald Trump. Same haircut. Gracias. She thinks that all Mexicans are bad hombres. And they're always looking at what the neighbor is doing, you know, above the wall. They're like, hey. You know, and on top of that, you know, the Mexican grandmothers, they also use religion as a weapon, you know? So it's like, Hector Ayala Redondo, Jesus is watching you. You're like, Jesus, the gardener. What the f- is he watching? No, pendejo. Jesucristo. So you better behave. Bucharest, that was my time. Thank you so much.
Bravo.
You have been a lovely audience. Bună ziua, Bucharest!
Bună ziua, Hector!
Ce faceți? Eh?
Facem.
I have to say, I'm really, really grateful for this experience in Romania. To feel the Romanian culture, the people are warm, they have the Latino blood, you know, I'm really thankful for that. You know, they're very friendly. They approach you and they start talking to you, but sometimes it's confusing because they just tell me, like, are you Hector or Hector with hash? The Mexican in me just asks, like, are they asking me for drugs? Like Hector with hash? Do you want some? You know, but those are the stereotypes that I have to handle. Like always with my group of white friends, they're always like, Hector, do you know where I can get some cocaine? I'm like, why would you ask that to the Mexican? But follow me. I tell them, I don't do drugs, but I look like this, so the drugs will find me. You know? And it happens, you know, like I'm walking on the street with my group of friends and the drug dealers come to me like, I don't know why. They see this face and this shitty mustache and they just go like, they're selling any other thing, like flowers, flowers, flowers. And then they see me and they're like, hash marijuana with cocaine. And it doesn't stop there because as a Latino, they give us the VIP menu. So it's like, hash marijuana with cocaine, LSD, chloroform, morphine. Do you want a kidney, a liver, a fake passport, a children? Oh my God. Shocking, no? Shocking. And I try to be a good friend. I don't know why I get myself in these situations, but I try to be a good friend. So I just turn to my white Western European friends, which are the perfect victims, you know? And they're like, okay, do you want cocaine or not? And they're like, yes, yes. And I'm there with the flower guy, and I'm like, okay, fine, let's get it. And the flower guy starts like, like, what is this guy doing? He looks more suspicious, you know? Yeah. And he tells me, come with me. And I'm like, of course, I'll follow you to a dark street. Let's go, you know? My white friend tries to follow me. I'm like, no, stay there. You're going to get stabbed. You're going to get your phone stolen. Let me handle this, you know? So I'm there, and I'm just thinking, how did I get myself in this situation? I don't do drugs, you know? And I'm in there in the situation, and just like the flower guy just goes like, how much do you want? I'm like, I don't know, just whatever you have in that little bag. I don't give a you know? It's like, okay, 60 euros. And I'm like, something comes in my mind. I don't know why. I go stupid. And I just like tilt my head back, caress my mustache. I'll give you 40. And I just think, this is the day you die, Hector. This is the day you die. And, and as I do that, I'm looking tough, you know, like, vale pues. They don't know, like this guy doesn't know that I'm an accountant, so it's fine, I'm just gonna look tough. He doesn't know that I'm a project manager, that I get scared with an email from my boss at work, you know? To him, I'm the cousin of El Chapo, so far. You know? So there we are, and then the guy tells me like, where are you from? And I go again, Mexico, cabrón. And just that word, the guy goes like, you know what? I like you. This goes in the house, my friend. Take it for free. And I'm like, gracias. Just get the hell out of there. And then I go with my friend, here's your fucking sugar, leave me alone, you know? And the guy's like, how much was it? And I'm like, it was free. And then in the end, I want to break the stereotypes that associate Mexicans with drugs, but to him, he's gonna go like, mate, Hector got me cocaine from a dark alley for free. Why? Because he looks like this. But it's true, like, it's something that sometimes it's hard being associated with the drug world, being from Mexico. It's something that is affecting our country. So that's why I don't do drugs, precisely. However, I'm no fucking saint, so I have tried cocaine, and I remember the day I tried cocaine. I just did it once. It was Christmas. If I had any chance to go to heaven, I f***ed it up, man. Out of all the days in the year, I chose Jesus' birthday to try cocaine, you know? I was with my brother. We're far from family, so we're gonna have a Mexican Christmas, you know? I didn't think that the Mexican Christmas, I'm like, man, we're the f***ing stereotype, you know? It was 2 plastic chairs, tequila, mezcal, tacos, corona, and cocaína. You know, I had never tried it, and then I said, okay, I'm in a safe place, I'm with my brother, you know, in family. Fine, give me a line, you know? He's like, here, take a line, you know? And I go like, okay. I'm not feeling anything. I'm not feeling anything. What am I supposed to feel? What am I supposed to feel? Tell me, what's the feeling of this drug? What am I supposed to feel? What am I supposed to feel? Tell me, what should I feel with this? What should I feel with it? You know, I could run to Serbia right now. I could run to Serbia. I don't want to, but I could run to Serbia. I could beat you to a race to Hungary. I could beat you to a race to Hungary. Oh, I see now the effects of these things. My brother is sitting there, you know, just watching me, and he's like, I'm never giving you this shit again. So yeah, that's why I don't do it. But then, you know, I was thinking about the song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you know? That's basically a song about Santa giving cocaine to an animal. You know, I just imagine Santa Claus going like, Rodolfo, ven cabrón. We got one night, 5 continents. And then Rudolph is just like, I could fly to Hungary, I could fly to Serbia, I could fly anywhere. I don't want one, I could fly anywhere. Bucharest, you've been amazing.
Bravo.
Thank you so much.
Tequila! Tequila!
Tequila como manita.
¡Épale! Buenas tardes, Bucarest, Romania, ce faci? Bine! I'm so happy to be here. I am so happy to be here for the 3rd time in Romania. You know what? I almost feel Romanian, and I now define myself as Romexican. The Romexicano. No, I love it. Our countries are so similar. You know, even Mexico used to be part of the European Union. This was like 500 years ago, against our will, you know? Then we got the independence. If you check history books, it says Brexico. You can read that. But I have to say that I have failed as a Latino because I almost got robbed in Barcelona in my backpack, you know? I was just chilling, and then a woman started yelling, ¿Qué haces, cabrón? And I turned around, and a guy was running, and my backpack was open. And then she said, be careful, cuidado. Do you know how bad it looks for Latino community to almost be robbed in a first world country? You know, if I tell that to my family, they're like, you're no longer an Ayala Redondo. Por pendejo. Por idiota. Like, you know? Thank you. I swear, if I went to the Mexican embassy to renew my Mexican passport, Señor Ayala, so you were almost robbed in a first world country. We're sorry, you're no longer a Mexican. You know, although I have to say that there is no reason for me to renew my Mexican passport because that shit is useless. The only thing that happens when I cross a border with my Mexican passport is I get asked more questions and I get a free prostate exam, you know? They start checking if I have drugs. It's like, okay, Mr. Ayala, no and you have a healthy prostate. Welcome to the United States. The only use that I have found for the Mexican passport is that it is waterproof. That's the only thing that it works for. You can use it to go surfing. You can use it to go fishing. We went fishing with Ambadea. That crazy son of a fish took us fishing. And I have to say that it was my first time fishing. And it felt like the first time I had sex as well. So much expectation, so much preparation, and then nobody came. Nobody came, nada. All that nada, all the baits that we threw, all that nada, and we caught nada. And then I was very hungry, you know. I asked the production, like, hey, are we gonna get some food or anything? It's like, no, cabron, you didn't catch anything, no dinner. Just like Mexico, just like Mexico. As I said, a lot of similarities. I've also heard from people that Romania is a very superstitious country, just like my country, like Mexico, you know. There are a lot of people that, you know, if you tell them about the pandemic and COVID, they're like, no, that is lies, that does not exist. But they enter an old house and they go like, I can feel the spirits. El diablo has been here, you know. And I have to say that part of my childhood, my dad used to channel spirits. He was a medium. I'm an extra small for some reason. He was a medium, and I don't know, like he could have a normal childhood, but one day he told me, like, mijo, when I was 12, my neighbor Roberto, he invited me to channel spirits, and I learned, like, you could be riding a bicycle or reading a book or playing sports. No, channeling spirits. Do you know how traumatic that is for any kid growing up? Like, I was 8 years old, and accidentally I was watching The Exorcist, and I was like, Papa, is that real? Any father would say, no, mijito, no, that is special effects. My dad was like, yes, cabron. That shit happens. I remember I had to exorcise a Cuban woman once. Imagine me in bed, man, like, what the do I do now? But that caused, you know, a lot of trust issues growing up, you know. As Mexicans, we don't trust anyone, you know. I guess you carry your bag everywhere. You're checking your wallet everywhere you go. You got the Latino spider sense, you know. But something that I saw in Barcelona is like everyone wants to be a yoga teacher, no? Everyone just has a man bun and looks like Jesus, and they think they're a yoga teacher. I don't trust them. But then I went to this thing called shamanic yoga, you know? And I remember going there, okay, let's see the shamanic yoga. I'm from Mexico. I know what a shaman looks like. And the first thing the guy did, I remember, was like, let's sit in a circle, and we're gonna look at each other in the eyes to build trust and connection with Mother Earth. I was like, what the am I doing here, man? I'm watching strangers in the eyes. And if I learned something from growing up in Mexico, is that if you look at someone in the eyes for more than 8 seconds, you either wanna kill them or have sex with them.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Don't look away, Dan, don't look away.
Don't look up.
You sexy fish. Romania, thank you very much.